What is up, y'all? Neo Unstoppable here, bringing you another video. We're playing some Shop Titans today, and we're doing a guide today on the BIS for the Rogue. Now this is going to be tier 1 through 6 BIS. As tier 7, 8, 9, you should be around 46 and you'll unlock the next tier. So I'm doing an early BIS list for all of these heroes. We're going to get right on into it. This is Rogue. This is my pick for the strongest tier 1. It's better than the Soldier and the Mage in my opinion. It has a lot of functionality to it, so let's go over it real quick. Number one, the first thing is the Thief is going to use air as its buffing stat, the skill that you need. And you see Scoundrel is its ability, bonus attack from daggers. So just on daggers you'll get bonus attack. It stars, it's got 1 in HP, 1 in attack, 1 in defense, 3 in evasion, and 1 in skills. Evasion is a very strong stat, and I highly recommend it. It's much better to take no damage than take some damage. 10 out of 10 times you're going to want this. So let's pick this guy up. Rubius sounds good to me. Alright, so let's first of all go over the perk. So the next upgrade is going to be at 10 air, and you get plus 25 right out the gate attack with daggers. When you upgrade that, it gets a little bit more health, which is a nice addition, but it jumps all the way up to 50% with daggers, so it doubles your bonus. You're really going to want to build air on this, guys. Really going to want to build air on this. Try and get those enchantments, try and get whatever you can to get that air up. To get up that 10 mark is a big deal. And then if you're able to get up to 40, it's going to give you plus 100% attack with daggers, double damage with daggers, and plus 30 hit points. Big deal. Big deal. So that skill is very, very strong. It's what makes the Rogue so good, is that combined with the fact that it has evasion out the gate. Now its evasion is at 30%. No enchantments, no spirits, no nada, no gear of any kind. Level 1, 30% chance to take 0 damage from an attack. Pretty good. That's strong. That's strong. 22 hit points, granted. I understand. But 30% chance, so that's like multiplying the 22%, but the 22 hit points by an additional 30%, essentially. Because you're going to be negating attacks that come in 30% of the time. Really strong, really strong. Definitely my pick. So let's go over the slots that the Rogue has. So you've got daggers, you've got bows, you've got crossbows. Because of the way the perk works, 100% of the time it's going to be daggers. I don't know why, but 100% of the time it just turns out that it's daggers. You'll see in other videos, there's characters that they have multiple different weapons that they can use, and in different tiers they will be different weapons types that are the best. But for this specific character, it's always going to be daggers. You got daggers, you got the medium armor or the rogue armor, the rogue hat or the medium hat, the medium bracers or the rogue bracers, whichever way you want to delegate them and call them. And then you've got the necklaces, and you've got the rings. Okay, so let's get right into it. We'll go over the tier 1 BIS. Pretty sure I covered everything. Alright, so we go here, we go to daggers. Take a quick look at all the daggers here. Ice Pick is so good on the Thief. It is really good. 44 attack and then 5 water. We don't care about the water, but 44 attack, and let me show you why. Okay, so we see a regular shiv here, 14. So 14 plus we get a 25% from after the 14 because it's a dagger, so that's decent, but it's nowhere near 44. The Swift Blade is the next. That would be tier 2. This one's 30, so your tier 1 is still better. And then you have Stealth Knife here, 60. So that's when that comes into play. Alright, so tier 1, definitely Biss is going to be Ice Pick. Get Ice Pick, buy the Ice Pick off the market like I showed you guys in the other video. Go watch the intro video if you haven't watched the intro video to this guide series so that you can understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the enchantments and getting air on your gear. It's really important information. Go back and watch the first video in the series. Alright, with all that out of the way, we're going to go to the body. So your tier 1 body is going to be this mid-tier body here. And this is going to be light armor. It's going to be 8 defense. Your hat is going to be the canopy cap, which is this guy right here. This is another chest item. It's going to give you 26 defense, and it's going to give you 5 leaf or earth, which doesn't really affect us. Doesn't matter that much. But I'll show you. So this 26 defense here. This other tier 1, 8. And then this brimmed hat, 16. So you definitely want those items. They're not like super expensive or really hard to get. They just get them. Trust me, you want them. They're just better than the other stuff. So that's part of why I'm putting this Biss list together, because I didn't know that when I was leveling them, and to know that now is very helpful. So canopy cap going to be Biss for tier 1. Your bracer is going to be leather gloves. This guy right here. Whoops. It's going to give you 7 defense. Your neck is going to be just the basic memento, which is going to be... Oh, it's going to be here. So this is going to give you 23 defense. And your ring is going to be the iron ring, which is going to give you a little bit of attack. 29. Not bad. So that's your tier 1 gear. Your tier 2, just like I said with the other one, the ice pick is better than the swift blade. So you want to keep this ice pick. You want to continue using this in tier 2. Still Biss. The swift blade, 30. So, and you got every single damage point on your daggers, really important. If you're trying to figure out what to upgrade and what to like skip over, don't skip over the daggers. Get every single new dagger that you can. It's going to make you increasingly stronger. So, ice pick, still Biss. Your body is going to be the Gambison, which is right here. And this is going to upgrade you to 16. Your hat is still the canopy cap. This guy right here, 26. So you're still wearing that from tier 1. Your bracer is going to be bracers right here. This is going to be 14. So that's going to be your tier 2 brace. Your neck piece is right here, jade pendant, and it's going to be plus 35 defense. And your ring is going to be alloy loop, which is right here. Now these can get kind of pricey if you can't make these. I would try and hold off until you can make these. It's up to you. If you want to spend as much money as you can to deck your heroes out and you just care about the resources your heroes are getting, then buy it. But keep in mind, if you're a free-to-play player, if this stuff breaks, you're going to have to make new stuff. So that's another reason why I said just get normal quality stuff. Putting blues and greens and purples or legendaries even on your heroes isn't good if it breaks, right? So especially if you're using enchantments on it to make your heroes powerful. If you're paying for the monthly membership, it doesn't really matter. You definitely want to follow this list to a T and upgrade every chance you can, and you'll just spend the money to repair your stuff. But if not, you want to be careful with the higher, more expensive items, and that's why in the mage video I kind of warned you about those expensive wands, but they are Biss, and they're very strong upgrades. So that's going to be your ring for tier 2. So that completes your tier 2 or level 3 equipment. We're going to move on to tier 3, which is level 6. Your thief level 6 gear. So stealth knife is now going to be better. So you're going to want to pick up a stealth knife. This is going to go up to 60. So that's going to be a decent little upgrade from your tier 1 ice pick. It's an additional 16 damage, you know, plus the 25% on top of that. that you're hitting. Or, you know, if you're able to hit 10 air at this point, then you're balling for sure, because 50% is nuts. That would mean if you're at 50% with this, it's going to mean you're doing 90 damage. That's a lot. That's a lot for a tier 3 weapon. Okay, so stealth knight, your body is going stealth knife. Your body is going to be the doublet or doublé, I don't know, depending on which country you're from, I guess. This is going to give you 32 defense. Your hat is going to be the feathered hat, which is this guy right here. It's going to be 32 defense on this. Your bracer is going to be swift mitts. Now, these are another chest item, but these are made for the thief, and they are very good. It's going to give you 42 defense, which we don't really care that much about, but it's pretty good to have defense. It's not a bad thing to have defense on a thief also, because if you do get a hit and you don't get evaded, it's nice to, you know, take less damage. You're going to get 5 air, so this is giving you 5 air. If you want to hold on to these all the way till tier 6, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't say it's a bad idea. This is already halfway to getting to your 10, so you can get that 50% boost on your daggers, which you want pretty much at all times. You want at least 10 air on the thief at all times. So swift mitts, those are going to be your tier 3. Your neck is going to be the iron bond, I believe it's called, or iron bond. Whoops, I accidentally crafted it. This guy, iron bond. It's going to give you 49 defense. Now keep in mind, this is another item. This is a prereq. You need 3 of these to craft, I think, a tier 7 or 8. So as you can see, if I scroll through, I know I have a lot of junk, y'all, to the iron bond, you can see these are selling for 30,000 essentially, which is kind of high right now. Usually they sell for like 20, 22, but these are expensive. So you want to make this. If you can't make it, it's okay to skip over it. It's not going to be the end of the world. Okay? So that's going to be your neck piece, and then your ring is going to be emerald ring, which is right here. So here's the difference. You got emerald ring. Emerald ring is 86 attack and 5 water, which is useless to us, right? So 86 attack compared to the ruby ring, which is 64. And this, obviously, your damage is going to be a pretty big factor with the thief. It's a damaging class, so you want to have the best stuff you can. Emerald ring, for sure, get this. So that covers the tier 3 stuff. We're going to move on to tier 4. So for your tier 4 dagger, you just want to essentially go down the line. You're going to want to hit this bally song. This bally song is going to be 108 for the attack. So 108 plus 50%. This thing's gonna be doing nice chunks of damage, especially with tier 4. So get this, definitely upgrade. Don't skip any of the daggers. Get this. Your weapon is gonna be studded armor. I mean, sorry, your body is gonna be studded armor, which is here, and it's gonna give you 52 defense. That's for tier 4 body. Your tier 4 hat is going to be this tricorn right here. This is going to be 44 defense. Like I said, kind of want to be building defense on it too. It's not a bad bad stat for this class. The gloves, you don't want to upgrade to the studded gloves, and I'll show you why. 42 defense, and on our guy we've got 42 defense and this air that we need drastically bad. So keep this. Use the swift mitts in tier 4. These are still bis. So that's that. Your necklace is going to be the eclipse amulet. So this guy is going to be 90 defense, which is good. If we look at the sun pendant here, it's 72. Pretty big upgrade, so definitely take the eclipse amulet. If you have enchanted your neck piece, like your iron bond or anything else, or if you have the ability to enchant, you can take Sun Pendant here and just enchant it with air to keep that 10 air on your thief. That is more important than having the highest defense for sure. So Eclipse Amulet, and then your ring is going to be Silver Band. It's going to be this guy right here, and it's going to give you 88 attack. Nice upgrade. Alright, we're getting into Tier 5 and Tier 6 stuff here. So your Tier 5 is going to be your character level 12. So once your rogue is 12 or higher, you're going to be able to wear Tier 5. Or sorry, your thief is 12 or higher, you're going to be able to wear Tier 5. You want to upgrade here to the Ritual Dagger. And this is going to do 148 damage. Okay? So this is 185 with the boost. Not bad. Pretty good. So Ritual Dagger, your body is going to be Hide Armor, which is... I believe I have this unlocked. I do. This, it's going to give you 80 armor, which is decent. This is kind of like the mid, if you want to stop upgrading defense because you don't think it's necessary on this character, I would stop here because 80 is enough. It's survivable defense. Okay, so that's your Tier 5. Your hat is going to be Silk Hood, which is right here, and this is going to give you 72 defense, also a fair amount of defense. Your bracers are going to be Elven Ram Braces, and this is where it makes sense to get rid of your Swift Mitts. You can keep the Swift Mitts if you want, but the thing is, at this tier, 42 is like on the lower side. It's like half of what you could get. So, up to you, personal preference, but this is where you should upgrade to Elven Van Braces, and although I can't click it, I can tell you Elven Van Braces give you plus 66 defense. So it's like almost a 50% boost in defense. Like I said, if you want to just keep these, do it, but if you have the ability to enchant air, definitely take the Elven Van Braces. They're going to for sure be better. Your necklace is going to be Noble Chain, and that is right here. This is going to be 88 defense, so that's also a nice chunk. You're going to be able to... What you don't evade, you will easily tank. This character, you can have 3 thieves, and they will easily be able to outlast, no problem. Once you have Tier 5 gear. Once you have Tier 5, that's kind of like the end of mid-game dungeons will be no problem with all 3 thieves if you want. So that's the thing there. And then your ring will be Noble Ring, which is this guy right here. I can't bring it up, but it gives you plus 105 attack. So that's pretty good. Moving on to Tier 6. Tier 6 is going to be Kingsguard. Now this thing is 210 attack, and with your buff, assuming the... which at this point you definitely should be able to make 40 happen. But if you can't, and you just... I mean, just with the 25%, this is 262. So, I mean... So it's going to be well over 300 if you have the 50% boost, right? So, and if you have the 100% boost, you're just going to be a complete monster. The power level, once you hit that skill max, is really, really strong. So definitely get the Kingsguard. You want this. Either try and make this or buy this, whatever you have to do to get it, but get it. So Kingsguard is going to be your Tier 6. That's your best in slot Tier 6 at level 16 or higher for your rogue. Your body is going to be Glade Guard, and I don't think I have that, so I'm going to pull it up for you in the market. And look, this iron bond sold for 27 grand. Okay, let's go to the rogue armor and Glade Guard right here. So a little bit pricey, as you can see. It's not cheap, but this is pretty good for a rogue. So let me tell you the downfall of it. It gives you plus 115 defense, which is really tanky for a chest piece. If you are heart set on keeping the hide armor, the benefit is this comes with the feather, or the earth enchant on it. So the earth element's going to be here. But if you want to keep the hide armor for the 80 defense and enchant that with air, do it. If not, and you're cool with losing out on that, this is technically going to be bis. It's going to be 115 defense. I would go with the attack, but it's up to you. I just put the strongest defense in here for the technical bis for tier 6. Totally up to you. The hat is going to be the night cowl. And I also don't think that I can make this, so I will look it up for you. It's this guy right here. 71k, so this is a little bit pricey. This is going to give you plus 135 defense. Get this. Get this. It's strong. Okay, so that's that. The bracer is going to be Savage Claws. I also don't think I can make these. So let's go on over here. Savage Claws. Oh, I actually have a pair of these. I'll just bring this up in my inventory if I can find it. Right here. So these are going to give you 84 defense. That's pretty strong. That's not bad at all. 84 defense for the Savage Claws. Your necklace is going to be the Holy Symbol. And I don't think I can make this yet either. So let's go here and pull up the Holy Symbol. Whoops. I don't want to buy 11 of these. So around 100k, not horrible. You can see these bis items are more expensive, not just because they're prereqs, but it's also because a lot of people in the early game for farming use thieves because they're really strong. So Holy Symbol is going to give you 115 defense, definitely good. And then the ring for tier 6, so the final ring, let's see if I have this one. I think I might. Oh no, I don't have it yet. So it's going to be Night Signet. And I will create a request to show you what it looks like. It's going to look like this guy right here. This one, a little bit cheaper, not bad at all. Definitely get this if it's in the price range. 120 attack. So that is going to be your bis list all the way up to tier 6 for the thief. And now I'll go into the point where I rapid fire list everything off. That way you can come back to this point in the video if you're trying to type this in or write it down so you can completely upgrade your thief. You say you just unlocked, just got it to level 9, you want to get all tier 4 stuff on it or whatever, you can just go to the tier 4 stuff. I'm going to list everything off for you and list all the names off for you. Make it a lot easier to follow and keep track of everything. So tier 1, your weapon's going to be Ice Pick. It's going to give you plus 44 attack. Your body's going to be Leather Armor. It's going to give you plus 8 defense. Your hat is going to be Canopy Cap, 26 defense. Your bracer is going to be Leather Gloves. That's plus 7 defense. Your neck is going to be Momentum, 23 defense. Sorry, Memento. That's going to give you 23 defense. Your ring is going to be Iron Ring, 29 attack. Your tier 2 items, so level 3, is going to be Weapon, Ice Pick, still bis. Your body is going to be Gambison. This is plus 16 defense. Your hat's going to be Canopy. That's still bis all the way to tier 2. Your bracer is going to be Bracers, plus 14 defense. Your neck is going to be Jade Pendant, plus 35 defense. Your ring is going to be Alloy Loop, 42 attack. Your tier 3 items, this is going to be your level 6 gear. Your weapon is going to be Stealth Knife. This gives you plus 60 attack. Your body is going to be Doublé, which gives you plus 32 defense. Your hat is going to be Feathered Hat. It gives you plus 32 defense. Your bracers are going to be Swift Mitts. They give you plus 42 defense and plus 5 air. We talked about this. You want air 1,000 times you want it. Your neck piece is going to be Iron Bond. Gives you plus 49 defense. Keep in mind those are expensive. You want to make them. You don't want to buy them. And your ring is going to be Emerald Ring, plus 86 attack, plus 5 water. The water doesn't really factor in. So that's tier 3. Tier 4 is going to be your level 9 and up gear. Your weapon is going to be Bally Song. It's going to be plus 108 attack. Your body is going to be studded armor, going to give you plus 52 defense. Your hat is going to be the tricorn. It gives you plus 44 defense. Your bracers are still going to be the swift mitts. Your neck piece is going to be the Eclipse Amulet. It's going to give you plus 90 defense and 5 dark. And your ring is going to be Silver Band, which gives you plus 88 attack. That's your tier 4 gear. This is going to be your tier 5 gear. And like I said, some of this is interchangeable with the tier 6. If you want to be able to put enchantments on it, or if you want to have the highest defense, kind of depends what you're building. I recommend attack, but do what you want. These are the best thing, the highest, whatever stat, it's going to be the highest thing that you can put in that slot. So do what you will, but interchange them if you want more attack or defense. Tier 5, so this is going to be level 12 and up thieves. Your weapon is going to be Ritual Dagger. It's going to give you plus 148 attack. Your body is going to be Hide Armor. It's going to give you plus 80 defense. Your hat is going to be Silk Hood. It's going to give you plus 72 defense. Your bracer is going to be Elven Van Braces if you have an air enchant. If you have an air enchant to put on these, they will give you 66 defense, which is better than the Swift Mitts 45. But the Swift Mitts give you that 5 air. So if you don't have that, keep those on. That extra damage for your daggers is much, much better than the extra defense you get from this upgrade. So Elven Brand Braces at tier 5 if you have the air enchant to put on them. Your necklace at tier 5 is going to be Noble Chain. It gives you plus 88 defense. Your ring is going to be Noble Ring. This gives you plus 105 attack. This is your tier 6 gear. Your tier 6 gear is at level 16 and up. Your weapon is going to be Kingsguard. Gives you plus 210 attack. Your body is going to be Glade Guard Armor. It's going to give you plus 115 defense and 5 earth. If you don't want the 5 earth, then keep the Hide Armor. Straight up. Just going to give you... It's going to give you 25 less defense, but if you have air on the hide armor that you already been using since tier 5, keep that. It's going to be better to have that air on there. Your hat is going to be Night Cowl. It's going to give you plus 135 defense. Your bracer is going to be Savage Claws. These give you plus 84 defense. Your necklace is going to be Holy Symbol. This gives you plus 115 defense. And your ring is going to be Night Signet. It's going to give you 120 attack. Okay. So we've gone all the way through the first 3 heroes. And I'll tell you... I'll give a little breakdown of my opinion about the Thief and what I think about the Thief. Okay. So, the first 3 heroes, it's kind of just really a toss-up between 2 of them. The soldier doesn't do enough damage or absorb enough damage to be anywhere near the power level of these second 2, the mage and the thief. So that doesn't mean if you have a soldier, you have to just immediately reroll. If you want to play with the soldier, do what you and it's a game. Just play the game however you would enjoy it. Like, just the fact that you're watching this BIS video, especially if you're a free-to-play player and you can't repair your items, and if they break you just lose them and have to buy new ones, the fact that you're watching this means that you would just enjoy playing the game the way you enjoy it. This is how I enjoy it. I want BIS on my characters. I don't care if it gets broken and it costs me more money than I make from the quest. I still want them to be strong when they're in there. I want to level up the heroes with the stuff I'm making. So that's just how I like to play. So however you want to play, if you want to play with the soldier, or if you want to play with the mage, or if you want to play with the thief, you just do what you enjoy. But this is my own opinion. I think the thief is most definitely the best of the tier 1 heroes. The reason for it is mainly the evasion, on top of the fact that he can do serious damage. The damage that the thief puts out when you have tier 6 gear, very strong. The attack damage, I mean, it's not as strong as the mage. The mage definitely will win in an outright damage, but if you had a thief and you had a mage and they were both soloing a dungeon, definitely the thief would do more overall damage than the mage would before they both died. Like, if you had them doing something super hard that they would never live through, the Thief would do more overall damage throughout that fight, even if the damage is lower, because he's gonna live longer with that evasion. And if RNG is on your side, he might even be able to solo through dungeons that he doesn't have the power and the game doesn't think that he would be able to survive through. Because if you get those evasion procs, or if you put spirit on them to where their evasion is higher, the Thief can solo things no problem. I mean, you heard me read off that defense from the tier 6 stuff. You were talking 115 defense, 135 defense. Even if you take out the Glade Guard armor and you just have 80 defense plus 135 plus 84 plus 115, that's a defensive guy, bro. And especially because if you put evasion chance on all 6 pieces of your gear, I mean, it's not. I guess if you had a solo build, that's what you would do. But you could also build crit chances, which is what I would do if I was setting him in with 2 other people, right? So there's a tank with him or somebody that evades that's with him. So if you send that kind of Thief in and he's 100% built for evasion, the highest cap for evasion is 75%, which means with that amount of armor, which the mage can't even get close to, that amount of armor, the amount of damage that it can do, and 75 evasion, I mean, you would never be able to reach it with tier 6 gear on it, but I mean, come on. That's nuts. You can probably get this evasion up to 50% chance. And if this hero has a 50-50 chance of dodging, it does enough damage to solo dungeons for sure. I am sure of it. I couldn't tell you which tier of dungeon it can. I would probably have to do some game testing, but the Thief is definitely the strongest. It has the strongest combo of this evasion and its skills. If you disagree or you agree, let me know why in the comments below. I would appreciate it if you took a second to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, if you're looking forward to more of these vis lists. You want to equip your heroes and make them all powerful so that you can go into dungeons and they're just a breeze. There's no chance of you dying. I would appreciate it if you also hit that like button and share this with your friends if they play Shop Titans. And that's going to be it for the Tier 1 heroes, y'all. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you have a fantastic day.